Year 2021. This is, of course, a new year, a new beginning. Well, this evening I'm come before you humble for the fact that we had a year of 2020 as tumultuous as it has been, but we prevailed in spite of all. We as Americans, we strongly believe in the effort of one another. So tonight, we're starting our show on Monday, January 4th, 2021, which is the first Monday of the year. And my hope this year is that we have more and we can engage more and then we see a prosperous America. I believe we're on the right path and sky is the limit for America. I'd like to take this moment to wish all my viewers a happy and prosperous new year. You have made this show what it is today, and I'm forever grateful to you. America's grateful to you as well. Again, this evening we have some stuff on the menu for you. We have quite a few things, but we're going to go over the menu, and we're not going to bombard you too much. But I think it's our duty as Americans to present the facts as they are. There's a lot of things being said out there, but then again, we here at the Robert DuVernay Show to clear things up. Well, I'm going to give you another 20, 25 seconds or even 30 seconds. It's a new year, so I'm adding another 10 seconds to it. So you can call a friend. Let them know if it's Monday, if it's 8 p.m., it's the Robert DuVernay Show. So there's a time right now to call a friend, let them know that the Robert DuVernay Show is live and well. So please log in the next 15, 20 seconds, and we'll be more than happy to have them on board because we have a lot on the menu. So we don't want anybody to miss anything. So please call a friend right now, text them, tell them, hey, log into the Robert DuVernay Show. All right. Now, we'd like to start, it's a new year, so we start with the fresh news. As you know, just right before we ended the show last year, which was the 21st of December, we talked about the stimulus. As you know, the stimulus was due, and eventually the U.S. Congress delivered. Those of you who may not have seen your checks yet, this is the time to go ahead and go on the IRS.gov and insert your information in there, and your routing number, your bank account, also your address. Make sure that you can get your checks deposited to the right account. And also, if you did not have your bank details the last time around, the IRS will be more than happy to go ahead and mail you a check via USPS, the United States Postal Service. So you have many ways to get your check. Again, the check is not $2,000. I'm sure most of you were voting for $2,000, but the $600, that's what it stands. But well, actually, we are grateful. We are grateful to all of you who've been very confident about the system, because the system that we have, although it has some flaws, but it's still the best system in the entire world. And the American people have delivered. They're resilient, and I believe that there's a lot at stake. But we can meet these challenges. Again, enjoy that $600. There's a sister, I believe, I think it was Mrs. Pierre Lewis, who mentioned that it reminded me every time I think of the stimulus to give that 10%, and then the 540 you could spend it and stimulate the economy. That's usually why they call it stimulus, so you can stimulate the economy. Give it a jolt, just so business can thrive, and restaurants and mom and pop store can thrive. So let's go ahead and make the best of that $600. There's more with the new administration that will be coming. We're going to touch on that in the next segment. But I believe it's a good start, and we have a lot of hemorrhaging. I think this will it's a band-aid on a bleed. But again, this definitely if you have a bleeding and then you put a band-aid on it, you have to go to the hospital to take care of it. So this is what the $600 does, but it's a start in the right direction. All right. Next, I have for you, just before I jump on the next segment here, I've seen some of you may have already logged in. I'd like to say good evening to, of course, Dr. Azor from the great state of Georgia, who were the first one to be logged in this evening. And the next one in line was Miss lovely Ambrose from the great city of Miami, Florida, who was the second on the line. And then the third person, of course, is my dear brother, Mr. Ambrose, of course, Mrs. Bernard Remy, thank you, Bonane, Bonane. Of course, I'd like to say good evening to Dr. DeVerney, of course, who logged in. She said, Happy New Year to everybody. Okay. Okay, okay. I know you know Dr. Azor said, don't forget to pay your tithe. Very good, Dr. Azor, for the reminding. So if it's 600, Dr. Azor, I'm assuming it will be 60 bucks. Is that correct? Thank you very much. All right. So we got that clear. Let's take care of that tithing. $60 is very important. And then the 540, you can use it at your own discretion. I'm sure stimulate that in the economy. That would be a great thing. All right. Now we're going to jump to the next segment here, which is the GA, Golf Alpha. Of course, the great state of Georgia, as you know, has a runoff election, which is for tomorrow. Tomorrow is Tuesday. The great state of Georgia has started their election. They have early voting, which began sometime last December. Yet, but the actual election, the deadline is tomorrow. So tomorrow, by this time, that number will start coming in, and we'll know who controls the Senate. But right now, the Republican has an edge of 2 because there's 2. Although it's very tight, and then so now the 2 could easily go toward the Republican, as well. They can easily go toward the Democrat. So we just have to stay tuned and then look at this election. And those are four formidable candidates. They presented a case to the Georgians, not to the American people, but to the Georgians, because the Georgians are the one who actually sending them to the Senate. They will be representing the state of Georgia, and also what's at stake for the great state of Georgia. So I believe that we need to keep close eyes on this election as the numbers are coming in. It will give us an indication. Remember, there's been a lot of things that have been said that there was a fraud involved in the election, and particularly in Georgia. But now we're gonna see what's gonna happen. So I believe that a lot of senators, the lack of Ted Cruz, who has been the devo in the Senate chamber, as far as leading a group of 12 Republicans to challenge the election, and I'm going to jump into that, but I'm trying to stay with the Senate vote right now in Georgia. Whereas he believed that there was a fraud involved, but then again, they have no proof. There's what you call due process here in America. Mr. Cruz, a guy I have great respect for. I love his intellect. He's savvy. The guy is sharp as a number 2 pencil intellectually. But then again, some of the claims that he's making are quite, I like a better word, flat on their face. So I believe that we need to get our sanity back, and then because people depending on us as leaders, as senator that's from the word of Latin, senor, which means elder, and one who reason before they talk. They say senators don't talk out of the both corners of their mouth. I mean, it's mind-boggling. I'm looking at these senators; they're like state representative. But I don't get the sense that I'm looking at senators. I'm remembering Jack Kemp, great Republican in the in the 80s. The likes of Ted Kennedy, the likes of even Robert Kennedy. These were great senators who aspires others, to President Obama, when he was a senator for the state of Illinois. I mean, these are guys who aspire others to really put their neck in the field, but not these senators these days. Because sometimes I wonder what kind of Kool-Aid they've been drinking, but I think they are doing a disservice to the American people and to our democracy. Remember that the world looks up to America. We are the shining city on the hill that everyone else, the entire world, aspire to. So what we do matters. So this is my message to all senators. When you go to that chamber, the U.S. Senate, treat it with respect. Pay tribute to those who paved the way before you got there. And the best thing we could do is to make it better. I think by doing so, we're doing a disservice not only to the body of Senate, but to the American people. Now, these are the things that we should bear in mind as senators. Thank you. Oh, now, and not only we have now we close on the 5th, which is tomorrow, Tuesday. Guess what? On Wednesday, the 6th. What's going to happen on Wednesday, the 6th, my people? I'm sure most of you are well informed, and since you've been watching the Robert DeVerney show on a regular basis, you know what's going on. And it's good to be involved. It's good to take part in the system and of what's going on. What it does in reality, it gives you a sense that we as Americans, we are here to serve the people that we call our brothers, our sisters. And we're here to serve the world because the world depended on us. So as you know, this Wednesday, the 6th, this is a day that the whole Congress, both the chambers of Senate and the House of Representatives, will be in session. And this is not coming in Washington as of this morning, but nothing major. But then again, on the 6th, this is when Vice President Mike Pence will be certifying the electors. As you know, we have on December 14th. You remember that? December 14th, each state has to certify their electors, and then after that, they go ahead and send it to the Senate, and then the Senate themselves would actually confirm the electors on Wednesday the 6th. So Mike Pence will be leading this parade. Now, many of you have seen the attempt on the part of this current administration to overthrow the election. It tells me two things. It tells me that my vote does not matter. If I were to take a day off, if I were to go to a campaign rally, to hear politicians making a case, as a matter of fact, and I became passionate about it, and then cast my ballot. Now, the U.S. Congress would actually telling the American people that your vote does not matter. That's what it is. If you think about it deeply, they're not doing a service to the nation. They alienated folks from voting. It's simple as that. If you think there's fraud in the system, fix it. That's all I'm saying. Nothing else. Remember that at the Robert DeVerney show, those of you who've been watching me for the past 6 months, you know how impartial that I am. I believe in fair and balance. Fair and balance. That's me. So, and I'm throwing this out there to both camps. Either you're a Democrat, or Republicans. I mean, if you think the system is not fair, if you think the system has some gap in it, so fix it. Make it your campaign issue. Make it your campaign issue. So put your money where your mouth is. Now, at that time, you tell the American people where you stand. So this is what I'm looking for in our elected leaders. So now, on Wednesday the 6th, Mike Pence, who is currently the current VP for this current administration, will have the mantle. He would have the option to either accept some electors from some states, and he has the option not to. But again, I don't want you to panic. But I have good news for you. That's the beauty of America. That's the beauty of America. These guys, they don't decide the election. They could do as much. All they're doing is just throwing mud. They're just throwing mud. I mean, they went to the Supreme Court. The Supreme shut it down. Dead on arrival. DOA. They went to the states. All these cases were thrown out. Now, the last leg, it's like they have chairs of 4 legs, right? They have one last leg standing. And that's what they're going to be riding on Wednesday. And I believe I'm giving VP Mike Pence some credit. I don't think he's that quote unquote off this wall. He's not off the wall. I believe that he's a fair man, although he has a job to do to support the president. I don't think he's going to go ahead and with that route. I'm sure he's probably getting a lot of people within his party trying to sue him. This is ridiculous. But again, this is what we're dealing with right now. Okay. So, but I don't want you to panic. The Robert DuVernay Show is here to reassure you that that's not going to be a coup. This is still the United States of America. That would never be a coup here. Never say never, but I don't foresee any coup, and I don't believe that they're going to overthrow the election. President-elect Biden will be sworn in on January 20th at 12 p.m. This is for sure. Now, if the other party's going to be there, we don't know. But I believe that we, as Americans, we need to show civility. We need to show class, because others look up to us. That's our job. We must do it. It's very important. It's critical that we keep that in mind. All right, let me. Okay, I'm seeing. Okay, I'd like to say good evening to Ruthie Eustache. Thank you for logging in. Happy New Year. I'm doing fine, Ruthie. Thank you for logging in. Okay, Dr. Hayes will say it's going to be sadly chaotic. The moral high ground of what is done as America will forever change Wednesday, the beginning of the fall of great nation. Well, I don't think, Dr. Hayes, I beg to differ. For the simple fact that we as Americans, in the darkest hour, we're always shy. We're always shy. I believe that VP Pence will use his good judgment. And again, he has a duty to do. He has to call these states, but I don't think that's nothing for you guys to be panicking about. It's going to go as smooth as possible. But again, we Americans, I mean, all these guys. I'm going to tell you something real quick. All these guys, all these senators, all these representatives from the House of Representatives who are lobbying to overthrow the elections, to maintain the current occupant of the White House. These guys, they don't care about him. Come on. The guy at the White House doesn't care about them. You think these guys care about him? Really? Think about it. All these guys are doing, they just want to tap into his followers. That's all. Mark my words. Remember that. Today is January 4th, 2021. Remember that. You hear that first from the Robert DuVernay Show. That Ted Cruz is going to be running for president in 2024. Okay, remember that. Remember that. He is the man leader behind this movement. Remember that. You think he cares about President Trump? Think again. If he wants to see Trump out here tomorrow morning, I mean, Trump should have been out since 2 years ago, according to. I mean, I can tell you, these guys are going to be the first one filing with the Board of Elections for presidential candidate. You're going to see the likes of Marco Rubio, the likes of Ted Cruz, and the likes of so many others who will be running for that office in 2024. They know that it's in the bag. The verdict is in. So then again, by doing so, they don't want President Trump to challenge them during the primary, because he has a big followers. Anytime you have 74 million people voted for you, that tells me something. Okay? That tells me something. So they're just positioning themselves. You do for me, I do for you. One hand washes the other, and two wash the face. Right? All right. President Trump, remember that I stick my neck out for you in 2020. Remember that, right? All right. So I need you right now. And people who supported President Trump, remember that I was fighting for you guys now. Okay. Okay. It's that simple. So I'm not worried. We'll be fine. And we'll be back here. As a matter of fact, I'm going to check with my producer here if it's okay for me to come back on Wednesday evening after the certification of the president and the VP, Mr. Biden and Mrs. Kamala Harris, on Wednesday, if I can come back on the air. So if my producer okay it, It may come with a hefty price. I may have to send her a bill. But then again, if that's the case, I'll be more than happy to come back on Wednesday night and go over that. So then we're going to have a more vibrant and exciting conversation. Right? All right. Stay tuned. All right. Stay tuned. All right. So as you know, next we're gonna have the inauguration. Whether or not, oh yeah, thank you, Dr. Hazel, that would be great. So we're gonna check with our producer, see if she's okay with it. If she's okay with it, well, I'll be more than happy to come back on that the evening of Wednesday night, and then we can go over it and then see where there was a mishap and also what was the motive behind everything, and then based on my okay, because I'm not a betting man, but then again, I this is what I'm telling you is almost 99.9% accurate. So it's gonna happen. That's because I believe in America. I believe in the American people. I believe in the American people. That's a beauty. All right. Last not least, okay, inauguration. All right. As you know, every 4 years in America, we have an election, and then whoever wins the election, either re-elected or a new president, we inaugurate them on the 20th of January of the following year after the election. So this year on January 20th, 2021, well, we'll have an inauguration. That inauguration may not be the same one that you saw 4 years ago or 8 years ago, simply because of COVID-19, as you all know. As you know, the incoming administration is very knowledgeable of the risks that's out there when it comes to COVID, and they don't want to expose anyone if you don't have to. So there's not going to be anything flashy. So it's going to be a low-scale inauguration, and then mostly will be televised. But I'm sure there's going to be some folks, of course, in D.C. Where it's happening. But then again, it would not be as glamorous as you. I mean, think about it. If this inauguration will be huge, you know. But then again, this administration, the incumbent administration, is very knowledgeable of the risk that's out there, and they're trying to prevent everyone from acquiring this disease if they don't have to. So stay tuned. It's going to be fun. It's going to be on a Tuesday night. It's going to be on Tuesday morning. Those of you who are off on Tuesday, it will be a great time to turn on the TV and be part of it. Because every time we inaugurate an election peacefully, this is history in the making. Only in America that happens, where there's no major battle, exchanging of power. But again, this is a smooth transition. That's what I call democracy. That's the reason why I believe that we are the shining city on the hill, and we will prevail again this Tuesday, the next 2 weeks, this Tuesday, the 20th, inaugurating President Biden, who will be the oldest first-term president ever. And again, history in the making. So that's what we do every time. Every time the last 3 elections, all we have is history in the making. We have history with President Obama, first African American to be elected to the office. Then we have President Trump, first guy who never assumed any public office, not a politician, assumed the presidency. And that was history. And then now again, there's going to be history, the oldest serving first-term president ever elected. So that'll be Joe Biden. And then, of course, not only he's making that, but the first female vice president to assume that position as well. So history after history. So in other words, we're living in a time that we're just walking on history. So, and that's the reason why I still believe in America, because we're making history every turn of the corner. So stay tuned for more. All right. Okay. So it's already we're already in the air for 25 minutes. So we have 5 more minutes left. I'd like to touch with COVID and also the vaccine. So my producer, that was a note that I got here to go over that. So I'm on the good side with my producer. Oh, I'm sorry. One of my subscriber here, a loyal one, She put something in there. Man. This is amazing. She has a sense of humor that is above the average guy, man. I mean, you're killing me, Dr. Azor, man, with your comments here. Well, it's the first of the year, so I guess I can laugh a little bit, but Dr. Azor is someone, man. She's in a class of her own. Oh my God. Well, when it comes to the vaccine, I'm sure most of you may have know that the vaccine is well underway, both in the U.S. and also in the U.K. So what's happening is it's making its way through. Most states now have the vaccine, but then again, they're having trouble distributing the vaccine. But again, I would suggest that you see a doctor and then talk to it about your family, because I'm sure a lot of you have some reservation with the vaccine. I will encourage you to do some research. Do some research, and on the vaccine, do some research, because it's going to help you at the end of the day. So at the Robert DeVerney Show, we're here to present the case, present the evidence, and then at the end of the day, we know that our viewers are the smartest on earth. They will ultimately make the best decision that suit them and the family, and then of course seek the advice of a professional. And we're not here to direct you in any way as far as what to do when it comes to vaccine. But again, I would strongly encourage you to do some research and talk to your physicians, whoever that may be, who can give you medical advice. Again, we've seen a peak in recent weeks. We expect that because those numbers come afterward, because we had Thanksgiving. Then we have two major holidays: Thanksgiving and of course Christmas. And this is a time that family gather a lot, and so we've seen a peak. The new year, everybody's going back home, and then they don't have time for this. But these are the things that we need to bear in mind every time we come in contact with people who we don't know. We don't know if they have been exposed, so we practically exposing ourselves. So wear your mask, although you've taken the vaccine, but always wear your mask, because you're protecting the person next to you as well. So again, this is what I have for you this evening, and I wish to communicate with you again next Monday, which will be the 11th. I'd like to say that we're going to have a great show. The next I encourage you not to miss a Monday, because this is only the tip of the iceberg. This year, there's so much. I really, I'm going to have to start doing some survey with my viewers, see what they want to hear, and because there's so much that I have to choose from. But again, and then this show was designed with you in mind. So everything that we do at the Robert DeVerney Show, we do it on your behalf and to your liking, and presenting you the fact. That's what we do. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank you this evening on the first Monday of the year of 2021. Wishing you once more a happy, a prosperous, healthy new year. Again, don't forget to tell your friends, your family members, your co-workers that, hey, if there's a show in town, if it's Monday, if it's 8 p.m., it's the Robert DeVerney Show. Until next time, my fellow Americans, thank you for watching the Robert DeVerney Show. I will see you next Monday at the same time, at the same hour. Thank you. Have a good evening.